Hey everybody, good afternoon and happy Friday to you all. Welcome to the stream, and thank you guys very much for being here today. Hope everybody is doing good. Tim, Ash, Towin, Eric, McLovin, Firebone, 777, Eric, Dustin, Maybach, Buffalo Bill, and Monica, welcome, guys. Appreciate y'all being here. We're going to do some stuff in Southshore today, and probably a little bit of stuff in the Arathi Highlands. We're going to do Bartolo's Yeti Fur Cloak.
Greetings. Be careful.
We're going to do Costly Menace.
Hello. Safe travels.
And I feel like there should be at least one other quest. Syndicate Assassins.
Light be with you for the Alliance.
Syndicate Assassins happens up in Alterac. But we can go that way. Thought there was one more. What do you have? Crush Ridge Bounty we're not doing right now. Hints of a New Plague is a breadcrumb into the Arathi Highlands. Okay, yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, hi. Hi, how are you? Very good, very good. We need these guys, I think. We need these guys. This is like the first time I've ever been here for them to actually spawn. McLovin, 10 gifted memberships, man. That's a lot of support. Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the 10 new people. Thank you all very much for hanging out with me as we play some classic era vanilla. And yeah, it looks like our widget is still busted today. Not a big surprise. And so did they drop an item? Is that what happened? Yeah, they dropped an item. This is a contract for the assassination of Magistrate Henry Maleb. It was sealed and stamped in red wax using a distinctive signet ring. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done this quest before.
Need help? Light bless you. Go with honor, friend. Be careful.
The contract you recovered was signed by Baron Vardis, a noble of the former kingdom of Alterac, and one known for a cold heart and brutal practices. I'm not surprised someone like Baron was behind this. Find this man, find him and bring him to justice. He must be among the Syndicate haunts, perhaps at the ruins of Strombrod, or perhaps within the valley north of them. Okay. 3,900 XP, that's a ton.
Bless you.
Buffalo Bill, thank you so much, man, for the $20 super chat. I really appreciate that. That's huge. Yeah, broken widgets, no room in the inventory. This never happens. Like, the widget is working, sort of. It's not capturing gifted memberships. So, like, the super chat widget works fine. The membership widget tracks single memberships, but has given up completely on tracking gifted memberships. Which makes no sense because they should be firing off the same trigger like they've always done in the past. And yeah, I have not found a solution to the issue. Neither has Streamlabs, apparently. Because it's still broke. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeti for cloak, level 34. I guess we can kind of just do all of this. We can start with the Yetis, we'll move up to the assassins, we'll take on the tigers or mountain lions. And then eventually... Okay, this one is level 40, Baron Vardis, so we probably won't be doing that one right now. That'll be something we come back for later. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Inventory is probably not great. Yeah, let's sell some of the junk.
Looking for something specific?
I have this page of Stranglethorn. I probably need to mail that off. Mystery meat can go. Tiger meat can go. Tender crocolisk meat we don't need. That's buff food. Wild hog shank can go. Basilisk spines increase frost and shadow resist for 10 or buy 10 for 1 minute. That's cool, but I'm gonna sell those. Raptor hide can go. Raptor egg. Raptor egg can go. We have a random claw. Green dye we're holding on to for blacksmithing. Feel like that's about as good as it gets.
See you later.
How was New World? It was, yeah, I played New World this morning. The open beta began at noon my time. So I logged in and I played New World Aeternum. And it felt very much like playing New World. Surprisingly, New World Aeternum is New World. And I guess that sounds really stupid to say, like, obviously, but I kind of thought they were retooling it a lot more than it looks like they did. And so I've only played like the first hour and a half so far. But so far, I don't want to say it's exactly the same because it's not. Like, some very important things are different. Like, the way they present the story is different. The story feels tighter. The opening of the game is a little bit more cinematic and like makes a little bit more sense logically. It's easier to follow what's happening. Some of the beginning characters are different and new, but the overall, like, it's the same world, same lore, same background, same backstory, and like the overall direction of the story seems the same at this point. It's just like, it's like New World but more refined, which I thought was just kind of what the year 1 update was. It's strange how similar, how not different it is. And so I'm gonna play more of it, but I'm really like I wonder how much of it I would have to play to see the value proposition, because I owned New World already, and I played New World when it came out, and I liked New World, but when New World came out, it didn't feel like it was done yet. It was just one of those games that did not feel finished. It did not feel polished. It felt like it could have been a lot of fun if it had been completed. But like, I already paid for that game, and I did play that game, and this is basically, so far, New World Aeternum is the same game. Like, when I heard about it originally, the way they talked about it made it sound like they were turning it into even more of an action RPG. And I guess when they said action RPG, I kind of expected even things like the camera perspective to resemble like action RPGs like Last Epoch, like Diablo 4. But no, it still looks and plays exactly like New World, which came out 2 years ago. So yeah, I'm still like, it's decent because like I thought New World was decent to begin with, so like I'm gonna keep playing it, but I'm wondering like they're rebranding this game and re-releasing this game, but it feels it's the same game. It's the same game. I'm gonna be interested in how people who have played New World since New World came out, I want to see their reaction. I need to find like a New World YouTuber, and I want to see how they feel about New World Aeternum, because so far I don't know if it is different enough to justify calling it a new game and reselling it again as a new product. What do we got? We got iron down here. We definitely want the iron. Can I drop down? Probably not a good idea. I would really like New World to be good. So I hope that, like, whatever they're doing, I hope that people like it. Because I really enjoy the setting, and I enjoy the lore, and I feel like it could be a fun world to explore, but it's been a confusing first brush with it. I'm trying to think of it like I was thinking like maybe it would be like Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. Like, you know, when FF14 first came out, it was basically a mess, and it was just a like poorly designed, just horrible experience. But then they tore it down to the studs, completely rebuilt it, and we got A Realm Reborn. That doesn't seem to be quite what New World Aeternum is. At least, like, so far, it doesn't quite feel that way. It just feels like they spent another 2 years polishing the game they already had, and all of that polishing, like, this is the result of the continued polishing of the game that already existed. What's the bar above the XP? We were tracking reputation, which I can actually turn that off now. We were farming up Centaur reputation. So I went in and I tracked it as an experience bar, but we don't need that anymore. John, good afternoon, man. Happy Friday. Welcome to the stream. Wayne, good afternoon, man. Welcome. Here's our chance for a blue. No blue, but we got a green. Infiltrator Gloves of the Falcon. 6 agility, 6 intellect. This is one of those times when it feels really bad to not be a Skinner. Nice, we have a gold vein back here. I think it was the gold and the mithril that sell better as ore. None of it sells for a lot, to be honest. I'm behind the grind, get my weekly done, fill the vault, do the delves, get the coffer key, spam heroics. I should ban you for saying those words here in this chat. But I won't, because I'm feeling charitable. The answer is yes. You do need to be at an anvil to make golden skeleton keys. What do these do? Allows opening of standard locks. Oh, that's cool. Should I make myself some of these? And what would I open with them? Cloth belt with 8 intellect and 3 stamina. That's nice. Just like to open regular lockboxes. Like the kind of lockboxes that I would typically have to have a rogue open. Or maybe would they help me open like a locked chest? Will the upcoming ZG raid tempt me back into SOD? There's nothing that could tempt me to play a SOD again ever. SOD would have to become something completely different than what it is. Like, there was a reason why I quit SOD after Phase 2. And that was because I could see the direction the wind was blowing. And the wind blew right towards faux retail gameplay. Yeah, and I could give examples about what they could change with SOD that might tempt me to play it, but the reality is I would never go back and play it no matter what they did to it at this point. That ship has sailed. I'm surprised they're still releasing content for SOD and for the 12 people that play it. That's the shocking part. Also kind of disappointing. I'd rather they put their energy into something else. Lori, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Things have been good. It's been good. Thanks for being here. I need to put on my titles a special guest. Yeah, maybe. My son does school at home now, so sometimes he pops in to tell me about school day things or to tell me when he's done with his school day. Yeah, Hillsbrad's a great zone. On the Alliance side, you don't really get to spend a lot of time here. The Horde side have so much more to do in Hillsbrad. And the Alliance kind of gets shorted. Yeah, if you're on the Horde side, you get to come here around level 23. And then you can quest here from level 23, like, into the level 30s. It's like a direct progression from Silverpine Forest. But on the Alliance side, you don't really come here until the low level 30s, and there's really not a lot of sustained questing. There's like a few quests, and then you leave, and you come back. There's a lot of zones like that in Classic, where like one faction typically dominates the zone. I feel like early game, the Alliance questing flow is a little bit better, a little bit smoother. But I often think that mid-game and late game, like from the mid-level 20s onward, I often feel like the Horde side actually has a smoother questing path, a smoother leveling journey. We've got Syndicate footpads over here, but what do I need for cats? I need a few mountain lions and a couple more hulking. Let's go get the lions first before we start working on the Syndicate guys. If we can hit level 37 today, we have a weapon upgrade waiting for us. We've got 5 bubbles to go. Rome, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. It is a fancy hammer. Yeah, it's got a fancy enchant on it. That's why it looks super fancy. We're going to be replacing it pretty soon here. But it has served us well. Rome, thank you so much for the gifted membership. I appreciate that. And Jeremiah, welcome. Thanks for being here and hanging out with us. This will be our last mountain cat. Then we can go hunt the Syndicate. There is a vendor over here if we want to avail ourselves. Empty some of the junk that we've no doubt collected. Ishnu Allah. I wonder if there's a lion meat recipe. It says this is a cooking item, so I guess it's possible there's a recipe out there somewhere.
Be careful.
I don't have a recipe for lion's meat. Yeah, Paladin is a lot of auto attack. A few classes in Classic era are auto attack, or like a lot of their damage comes from auto attack. It's just a slower paced version of the game. So yeah, you're auto attacking a lot, but the same could probably be said for like a rogue auto attacks a lot. I feel like on the warrior you also rely on auto attack a lot between like heroic strike spam. On the priest I rely on my wand. I use my wand as an auto attack. I prefer the auto attack centric builds. I'd rather press meaningful buttons less frequently and have them be a little bit more meaningful when I do press them, and just let my auto attack take care of the rest. I kind of like that. I like that gameplay a little bit more than feeling like I have to constantly be slamming buttons. I'll get the recipe from the quest. Okay, that's great. If that's the case, then I will hang on to the meat. That's awesome. I hope it's a recipe that we can skill up off of. Because right now the only like guaranteed skill up we have is one for spider meat. And we haven't been killing any giant spiders recently. Isn't there another camp that we can fight with an item? Yeah, we have to come over this way. If we go fight at this other camp, we can clear the camp out, and there's actually an item we can grab that begins a quest. So let's go do that. We're gonna have to come back this way. And we're gonna have to be careful not to get ganked by a horde guard, because there is a guard that patrols the road up here. John Rex, happy Friday to you, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Fishing is a faster way to level cooking. Yeah, that's true. I know it is. I just didn't really feel like doing fishing on this character. Fishing is just like a lot of just standing around, and sometimes I'm in the mood for it and I do it at the beginning of streams, but for whatever reason on this character I just didn't feel like leveling it. I kind of like to level the cooking with the animal meat, because like that way I can go out and grind on specific animals, and then not only am I getting meat for cooking, but I'm also getting character XP. To me, it's like I'd rather do something that serves two purposes than just stand there and fish. This is a PvP rub. Yep. Whitemane is a PvP cluster. So we're tagged because it's in a contested zone. We've had lots of exciting PvP times. Well, this is not the greatest thing that could have happened to us. That guy's gone. He's gonna run. He's probably gonna pull like, I think he pulled like 7 more guys. Yeah, he pulled the entire camp. Let's just get out of here, and we'll rethink this one. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that was bad. I didn't see the second patrol. Look at this. Now they're patrolling together. Now there's a 4-person patrol patrolling in tandem. I wonder if they're ever going to split back up. Or if they're just like stuck together now as a group of 4. Because I'm not going to be able to fight a group of 4. So not really sure what to do about that. They're going to keep circling. So I should probably follow behind them. And just kind of kill in their wake. Because if I go out in front of them and fight, they're going to walk up on me again like they just did. Yeah, here they come again. I have to move out of their way. It's really crazy that they're doing it like this now. Oh my gosh. Like, I can't clear them. We're gonna have to just continue to avoid them and hope that I can sneak in here long enough to click the item. It's crazy. Have we been zone hopping? Always. Yeah. It's in the classic era you have to. This one let himself get separated a little bit too much from the rest of the pack. If we're lucky, we can keep picking him off that way. Yeah, in Cataclysm, you out-level zones. It's not even a matter of, like, not only do you not zone hop, if you're questing in one zone, in my experience, the quests were going gray before I even was able to complete the zone. Nice. Undead rogue doing undead rogue stuff. Gotta love it. Alright, that's gank number 1 of the day. Everybody mark it down, that's gank number 1. How many more ganks await us? It could be an untold number. We will see. I mean, there's a small chance that he's still hanging out nearby. What are the odds he's going to be satisfied with ganking me once when he could gank me again and again and again? I would say I don't see him, but let's be real, if he's here, he's hanging out in stealth, so we might as well just pop back up. We can come over here for a second. And we can eat our last little bit of buff food. That's the end of the buff food. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna ever really take any satisfaction from ganking like super low level characters. Seems kind of pointless. I think the 10 level rule is a good rule. If someone is more than 10 levels below you, I think it's better just to leave them alone. And so that's what I'm gonna practice. But if you're 9 levels below me, I'm going to kill you. So, there is that. But if I appear as a skull to somebody, I'm not gonna initiate combat unless they pick a fight with me. Alright, that's it for that one. We need fine thread. What else do we need? We need a Hillman's cloak. We're gonna have to buy a Hillman's cloak off the auction house. A bolt of woolen cloth we'll probably grab off the auction house as well. I did not set my Hearthstone, obviously, so we get to run back. I'm glad that it tries to guide me right into Hillsbrad. It's like, oh yeah, just walk into downtown Hillsbrad and buy yourself some fine thread. That'll go really well for you. Like, no, we're not gonna walk into Hillsbrad. Maz, you don't have to do that, man, but I'll head down to Southshore if you want to try to meet me in Southshore. I will head that way. I could go down this way. There's a horde patrol. Like, they patrol the road. I'm not by the road. It's probably not, like, a super safe place to be. We got a level 26 here. I'm level 36, so this would be an example where, like, I would not attack this player. If he was level 27, and he was green, then I would attack him. But he's gray, he's level 26 and he's gray, we're gonna leave him alone. Apparently there's a merchant here. Merchant Supreme. Let's see what kind of inventory a Merchant Supreme has. He has held an offhand fire resist, held an offhand spirit, leatherworking pattern, and a tailoring pattern for red woolen bags. Keep it real. Good to know. Are these spiders ones I can get the meat from? I'm not sure. I feel like they probably have to be a bit of a higher level. Because the cooking quest is orange at 215. We could try to kill a couple of them. I was thinking the spiders in around the highlands would probably be just about right. Some of those were level 33, some of them were level 38. It's a specific spider meat. It's white spider meat. I don't know if there's like a dark spider meat.
Hey there. Have a good one.
Unfortunately, the lion steak is a green recipe, so like no guaranteed skill ups off of this. We don't have soothing spices anyway. We have turtle meat, we have no soothing spice. Somebody mentioned that there was actually a trade goods vendor here. Maybe in this building over this way. Let's see if we can find them and then we can cook some of this meat. Amar, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, man. That's very generous of you. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here. Oh, look at that. There is a trade goods guy. We scoured every building except this one last time looking for him, and we never found him. Let's buy 20 of these.
See you around.
And we can go do some cooking.
King's honor, friend. Go with honor, friend, or the Alliance. Be careful.
That gave us a quest to take the letter to Ironforge. So we'll have to remember to do that at some point. Let's go do our cooking. Am I looking at any private classic era servers? Not until Turtle WoW does its 2.0 Unreal Engine 5 release. That'll be the next time that I check out a private server. Whenever they put out the Turtle WoW 2.0 Unreal Engine 5 like revamp, then I want to check that out. But that's sometime in 2025, so who knows exactly when that'll be.
Hello.
I mean, I keep hanging on to all these greens, but like what I really need is inventory space more than anything else. You know what I might need to do, like pretty soon? We have to start skilling up two-handed swords at some point, because we have a two-handed sword waiting for us at level 39. So yeah, at some point we'll have to take the hit here. Maybe it's a good idea, like on some low-level mobs, to run around and just try to skill up swords for a little bit. We don't have to get it all the way skilled up right now, but
See you later.
could be a good idea to work on it here and there. Let's go fight some murlocs for a little bit. Jonathan, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. It might be a weird thing to say, my videos help you fall asleep. That's not a weird thing to say at all. I think a lot of people watch the more chill content to fall asleep to or relax to. That's awesome. I have trouble sleeping myself, so if I help somebody get to sleep, like, that's great, because I often have trouble getting to sleep and staying asleep and getting back to sleep once I've woken up. Sleep is elusive. And good sleep is even more elusive. We're gonna have to switch out here back to the mace to finish these guys off. Maz, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. It's very helpful. Oh, snap, and gold? Oh, dude, you didn't have to throw the gold in there, too. I didn't even see the gold till I clicked. Thank you, man. That's very generous, dude. I really appreciate it. That gives us quite a boost, obviously. Very kind. You know what? I think I might get new bags. I'm gonna think about it, but yeah, like getting some 16 slot bags would probably be incredibly helpful. Especially with my proclivity to not have a healthy inventory. Might be a good idea.
What can I do for you? Go with honor, friend.
Crusader belts, okay.
Light bless you. For the Alliance, light bless you. Be careful. For the Alliance.
Yeah, I might get bags. What do we have right now? We have 12 slot bags right now, which are great for classic era. But if we can get 16 slot bags, that'd be even better. I realized Crush Ridge Bounty is not elite. I don't know why I thought this was an elite quest, but it's not.
Well met. Go with honor, friend.
There we go. Very close to leveling. We got half a bubble to go. I also have mail, which I usually check prior to stream. We did some of the stuff we put on the auction house did not sell. Something sold for 19 gold. Let's do that. I'm gonna grab the mace out of the mail here. We can equip this at level 37. This is gonna hold us over until level 39 when we can equip the Nightblade. I'm gonna keep this in the mailbox for now to conserve storage. And yeah, everything else we did not sell. A lot of the stuff that we put up. Not a big surprise at this point. Okay, I think what I want to do next, I think I want to head up into Alterac a little bit. We could go after the Knuckle Bones, and we could go after the Alterac Signet Rings. This might be, it might be a little bit of a high level for us, but I feel like it's going to be easier to tackle than some of the stuff in Stranglethorn. Maz, I'm good, man. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm good here. I don't have any elite quest here. For some reason, I thought I had an elite quest for ogres, but this one is not an elite. Maybe the follow-up is elite, but yeah. No, I'm good for right now, though. Thanks, man. Valerie, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. That's very generous. That's a lot of support. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being here and hanging out with us. I'm glad it can be a place where you can just chill, relax, and feel less alone. That's awesome. I missed my exit. we were supposed to take the road. Let's cut across the hills here to get to the road. I don't really know why I went this way except out of reflex. I just reflexively went to the Dalaran area. Let's just skirt right through here, and that'll drop us off back on the road. And we'll just fight some stuff on the way. Rome, have a good rest of your day, man. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out for a bit. I appreciate it. Tim, an $81 super chat, man. That's crazy. You're insane. That's an unreal amount of support, man. I really appreciate that. That goal had 2 more days on it. It had 2 more days. Thank you for wrapping that up. Very, very epically done. Thanks so much, man. One day we'll fix the membership widget. That should be full too. Technically, both of our bars should be full right now. If only the membership widget was working properly. That's incredible. Yeah, you guys have all been awesome today. You guys are normally pretty generous, but today it's been more so. Something must be in the water. I really don't need the tin. I'm gonna pass on the tin. We don't need copper, we don't need tin, we don't need bronze. I'm gonna focus on just getting iron and mithril. And gold. Yeah, the timing on it is off right now, but the widget overall, the functionality of the widget's broken for member tracking. It's been tracking single memberships, but it has not been tracking like membership gifts. So like gift memberships have not been being tracked at all, and it's been broken for several days. I've tried to re-download the widget, like nothing fixes it, so it's a problem between Streamlabs and YouTube at this point. And it doesn't seem like there's anything I can do to affect it, which is frustrating, but maybe time will fix it. So far it's been at least 4 days since we've known it's been not working properly. I believe it's been 4 days. Ah, yes, we dinged. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I didn't even see that we dinged. Let's spend our talent point as well. We're gonna go second point in Pursuit of Justice. It's gonna make us a little bit faster for when we're running away or for when we're chasing somebody down. And now we can pop this on, which is more top end damage, more DPS. It's the same speed, and we have 20 strength on this one. We're not gonna have the frost proc anymore. As fun as the Frostbolt proc has been, we're not going to have it anymore. But there we go. It's like the same weapon. It's like a little bit of a recolor, so that's nice. And this should be a bit more damage, a bit more consistent damage. But we'll see how it feels not having the proc. Yeah, it's more flat damage. But you know, on the old weapon, every once in a while we'd proc 110, 120 frost damage randomly. So like, I think overall it's going to be better. It's okay, we're going to use it for 2 levels, and at level 39 we have an amazing epic sword. So yeah, it's a weapon we'll have for 2 levels. Do I have any weight stones? Yeah, I think I have some. Yeah, I do have some weight stones. They're not very good, but, you know, it's a little bit more damage. I might as well use them. Not sure if I'll make any more. I might wait until we can make newer ones. I'm assuming there's a next rank. These are level 15. So if these are level 15, I have to assume eventually we'd make something better. Yeah, the heavy sharpening stones are also 15. Yeah, my goal on this character is I want to be level 60 by mid-October. I want to be level 60 before they announce whatever they're going to announce for what they're doing in November. And I have a feeling that whatever that announcement is, it's going to come in the middle of October. So yeah, we have like 3 weeks, like 3 or 4 weeks. And ideally by then this character will be capped out. And I feel like that's possible. If I'm playing 4 or 5 hours a day most days, should be possible. We'll at least get close. Yeah, we think they're doing another... We think it's going to be a hardcore announcement. We think it's just going to be like a hardcore fresh start for November. But even if that's the case, I kind of want to... I really don't want to jump into a hardcore fresh start if this character is not max level. Like, that's... I have no interest in, like, abandoning this character midway through the leveling process and jumping into, like, more hardcore. Because we've already done a lot of hardcore. Well, I would rather they do, like, a progression server, but we don't think that's what it's going to be. I would personally rather have a progression server than just a new era server, but I would take either of those things over a hardcore start. Like, the progression server offers people the ability to, like, go back to vanilla, play through TBC, play through Wrath of the Lich King. Like, the progression server offers, like, more of a variety of content. And it has a longer time span. But I would take that, or I would take a TBC era server over a hardcore fresh start. That's why I know for sure it's going to be the hardcore fresh start that we get, and not the progression server or the TBC era server. What they could do, this would shake things up. They could do TBC era server and TBC hardcore server. That would be cool. That would be cool. It would really... And then what you do with that is, like, same thing with vanilla hardcore. When the character dies, which they will, you can transfer them to the regular TBC era server. That would be a nice way to handle it. Like, do the hype thing for hardcore, but also do the right thing for TBC. And then next year, do the same thing for Wrath of the Lich King. Next year, open a Wrath era server and do a Wrath era hardcore server. And do it like that. That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, TBC I would definitely jump right into. Yeah, it would be hard not to jump right into a TBC fresh start. And then if they wanted to do hardcore, they can do both. They can do hardcore and a regular era server. That way your hardcore character has a place to go when it dies. I would be cool with that. Yeah, I think with the progression server, the same thing. Those characters would need to have a place to go live. So maybe like progression servers are not going to be a thing until we have era servers of all of the eras. Because yeah, ideally for like a progression server, it would be nice if you at any point you could pull your character off the progression server and send them to a permanent era realm. So let's say you hit the cap in vanilla era on the progression server and you just want that character to stop. You could send them to a vanilla era server. Let's say you do TBC on the progression server and that's where you want the character to stop. You could send them off to the TBC era server, like so on and so forth. Maybe having era servers in place for TBC and Wrath is what has to happen first before we see like true progression server fresh starts. Because yeah, I mean ideally you want a place for those characters to go. It's copium, yeah. So it's 100% copium. We'll see what they do. I think like a TBC era with TBC era hardcore, that's not outside of the realm of possibility. I could almost see them doing it, you know. It would be double hype. It would be hype for hardcore. Hardcore always brings a lot of attention to WoW Classic. It brings a lot of communities to WoW Classic. And then giving people an era server for TBC is something people wanted for a long time. That's also a big win. So I could almost see them doing that. And the only reason I say they won't do it is because we thought of it. And typically if you think of something cool, if you're like, oh man, it would be cool if a company did this, that's usually not what they're going to do. They're going to always do something less cool than what you would think of as a player. Like, you're going to think of the cool thing as a player, they're going to do something less cool as a company. It's typically how it is. If we keep talking about it, it'll happen. I mean, yeah, like that could work too. There's an argument to be made for that. I often feel like if we come up with a good idea, there's no way it's what they're going to do. But maybe if we keep talking about it, it'll just get into somebody's head. The problem is, if they do have plans for November, those plans are already set in stone. Like, whatever they do plan to announce, if they do have a real announcement for November, then it's already probably, like, baked, you know? Yeah, and unfortunately, a regular old hardcore vanilla era fresh start, that'll bring people back. That'll accomplish the goal of bringing people back. Like, doing the TBC thing would be above and beyond. It would be really great for the game, it would be really great for players, but doing the TBC thing would be above and beyond what it takes to get people excited and to get people to come back, because people are pretty easy when it comes to Classic. Like, you offer people any kind of fresh start server, and people are, like, pretty easily manipulated to go play on the fresh start. So yeah, I just don't know. I hope the TBC thing happens in some way, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. I hate being so pessimistic, but at this point it's like, it's almost just realistic. Ashbad, if you're 10 levels below me, I'll wave to you. If you're within 9 levels, we're gonna throw down. I've embraced the PvP nature of the server, so it's gonna depend on what level you are, man. Yeah, exactly. Blizzard's already taught me like what they're going to do through years and years and years of announcements and releases, and Blizzard have taught me they're gonna do like the safe, easy thing. If the goal is to get people to come back and to work up hype, they're gonna do the safe, easy thing. They're not gonna do the slightly more challenging thing that has a little bit of risk associated with it. We are level 37. You don't know what's so cool about hardcore? What makes it different besides the fact that you only get one life? That's what makes it different. But because of that one thing, the way you play the game and the way you feel while you're playing the game drastically changes. You will play the game, if you're a smart player who is actually trying to live, you will approach every single situation differently with the knowledge that you have one life. And for a lot of people, what that does is it creates more immersion. You just get a lot more into everything about the game when so much is at stake. Now, this doesn't happen for everybody, but it happens for a lot of people. Is the feeling of there being so much more at stake in every encounter. It raises the immersion in every moment of gameplay. It's like World of Warcraft crack, basically. And once you play that way, and if you like it, it's very addictive. Because nothing else quite hits the same as playing vanilla era on hardcore and knowing that every single thing matters. Any moment could be your end. Yeah, I love the feeling. Right, exactly. It's a sensation, and it's an addiction for some people. I had to detox from hardcore before I was able to enjoy regular classic era again. It took me like 3 or 4 weeks to detox from just playing classic era on hardcore almost exclusively for almost a year. So it's great, but it also has its pitfalls for someone like me. So yeah, I would rather they not do another hardcore fresh start, because again, like I said, I just got over the hardcore bug. I've really been enjoying my time on Whitemane. A lot of the fun times I've had here have been like pushing my luck. You know, I've had fun pushing my luck, like seeing what we can handle, what we can't handle. Sometimes we're victorious, sometimes we face defeat. And that's been like a really fun part of this playthrough for me. And so I don't exactly at this time relish the idea of jumping back into hardcore. As much as I enjoyed it for the time I enjoyed it, it's like I'm really enjoying this. And the permanence, and I'm also enjoying the PvP. And like obviously on a hardcore server, like we're not going to be PvPing on a hardcore server, so I'm just hoping it's anything but a hardcore fresh start, you know, and that's why it will be a hardcore fresh start, because I would rather it be anything else. I would rather it be just about anything else. But I think I might be in the minority. Yeah, we're starting to get Mage Weave. I wonder if that sells it all on the auction house. Will I do the elite quest here? Probably not at this level. But as a paladin, it's one of the elite quests that we can solo. So yeah, eventually I will probably come back and do the elite quest, and I'll probably just solo it. Because I've soloed it on a paladin before. I soloed it on a paladin with much less gear than we're gonna have. Alright, that's all the dirty knuckle bones we need. Let's go out this way and we'll go after the Alterac signet rings. We need 7 of them off the nobles or whoever's hiding out in this area. There are some mobs over here that like to run around. There are mages that will try to reposition on us. They will actually like run out of buildings, out into the streets to reposition, and the problem with that is there are also guys in stealth, so this is actually like a very dangerous area. We're gonna probably want to be careful. Johnny, good afternoon, man. Welcome. Do we want to do Scarlet Monastery today or try tomorrow? It's almost 4. Let's look at tomorrow. Yeah, I think we should look at tomorrow. So I think I have a stop time of 5 o'clock today. And I don't know if that'll be enough time to put a group together and get a run going. Yeah, and I don't want to... I don't want us to have to rush. And I don't want to have to... what I'm worried about is I don't want to have to bail. Today is me and my wife's 11th anniversary. It's Friday the 13th. We were married on a Friday the 13th. And today is a Friday the 13th, so... yeah, we're going to dinner later. We're going to have a kid-free dinner. Which is not super common, so... Johnny, it's no problem, man. Absolutely fine. It's a marriage ding. Yeah, we ding today, right? Exactly. See, these mages are crazy. There's like a handful of mobs in the world that try to do this. They literally try to like, I don't know what the point of it is, but they'll just try to get a little bit of range on us and then continue to cast. They don't even really lock us down or stop us in place, but they like to move around, which causes problems. Although we can use line of sight against them here. Which is nice. Well, I guess they do put a slow on us, but even with the slow, there's no way for them to really, like, get away from us that effectively. This zone feels underrated. Yeah, the problem is they just don't give you a lot to do here. This is a really cool area to be in, but you only do a handful of quests here, and some of them are elite quests. So it's just underutilized. A lot of areas in Classic WoW are just kind of underutilized. We got problems. We got problems here. This is one of those problems you don't want to have on a hardcore run. I thought we had another player helping us, but I either imagined everything or he just did not want to get involved with what we had going on. Oh, it was another player. They just did not want to get involved with what we had going on, apparently. I will give them Blessing of Wisdom. And we can maybe we can try this again. Oh, we don't have aggro anymore. I didn't realize that we dropped aggro onto this person somehow. I did not mean to drop aggro onto them. That was definitely not my intentions. I'm gonna give them a heal so they don't get killed. We'll help them kill this one. Lisa, good afternoon, good evening, welcome to the stream. I hope they don't need this named guy. I don't need this named guy either. I'm not sure if he's for a quest or if he's just a random. But yeah, Jailer Borhune. No idea what he's for. Guitar Junkie, happy Friday to you. Welcome to the stream. Was there a chest? There may have been, but I bet if there was, this guy would have grabbed it. I didn't see a chest, but I was a little bit distracted. Yeah, if there was, he'd have grabbed it. Let's go check upstairs. We got a wizard and a mage in the back room. I wonder if I pull this guy, if he's going to aggro these other two, or if I can pull him by himself. Let's run down here, let's loot. Yeah, it looks like we pulled multiple, which is not really what I had in mind, honestly. Fireballs are deadly. Okay. Let's finish him off. Let's do lay on hands, because I would rather not do a spirit run right now. I guess I could have popped the big potion. Might have been a better choice. It's 5 out of 7. Oh boy. Lots of ads today. At least we haven't been jumped by Horde. I don't think the Horde have a quest up here. I think this quest is Alliance only. Maybe that's why we don't see many Horde up here. Johnny, you think you get ganked more because your name is Orc Tacos. It could be that. It could be the joke name. I thought about that too when you said that the other day, but I didn't want to bring it up, I know. Yeah, I think it's the name too. I think they see your name and they're like, oh, Orc Tacos, haha, very funny because you're a cat and you think you're gonna eat the orcs and then they kill you. Because they don't think it's funny. That could be why they leave me alone and they kill you. I agree. Alright, one more ring. The drop rate is not terrible. It's not an amazing drop rate by any means, but it hasn't been too bad. There we go. All I had to do was talk about it. Talking about it guaranteed the drop. Beyond that, I don't think we're going to go after the Baron right now. I think we'll hold off on that one till later. Let's head back to Southshore. We'll get things turned in and we'll kind of see where we stand. I probably could have set my Hearthstone if I had been smart. Hearthstone is still set in Nigel's Point, which is not very useful. I see a cave back here. Mithril deposit. Okay, okay. Yes. I think I will try to go after this. However, okay, these are not elites. These are not elites. Tim, thank you for checking out the stream, man. I appreciate it. I popped up in your feed. I appreciate you being here and the algorithm for pointing you this way. Now we have one too many Tims, and you guys might have to fight to the death. I have one deposit up here, like, on the surface, and then I have other deposits in the cave. Let's go grab the one on the surface first. I'm not exactly sure where the cave entrance is. Also, isn't there some kind of rare spawn that can spawn in one of these caves? I remember trying to hunt a rare spawn back in the day. I don't remember like what character it was or what playthrough, but I remember a rare spawn out here. I don't think I ever found the rare spawn, but I remember being urged to continuously go look for it. Mark, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. I like how you make your gladiator mice fight to the death. Yeah, sure. It's just like gladiator mice. Yes, exactly. I will check this cave out. There's 2 caves marked. There's a 3rd cave over here. And a ton of ogres between. There's a rock elemental that spawns that way. Okay, I might check out all of these caves just to double check. I don't think the mob I'm thinking of has a good chance to actually spawn. It's like a very small chance to spawn, and then of course that relies on other people not killing it. But we can go check the caves out. The caves are probably going to be a good source of iron and mithril anyway. This is actually a bigger cave system than I thought it was going to be. I thought these were all going to be like little shallow caves where you walk in and there's like a little den, like maybe a couple of guys. This one's like a whole cave network. So that's nice. I don't know that I've ever been back in this cave. No elite though, no rare spawn. So we're still going to check the other caves. The silver we don't really need anymore, but maybe we can sell it. If it sells for anything. Oh, nice. I appreciate the thorns. Mark of the Wild. Johnny, thank you, man. Much appreciated. Have I checked all the nooks and crannies? I think so. I think it's safe to say there's no rare spawn here. Pretty sure we've given a look around basically everywhere I can think of. We got 2 other caves to check. Let's head north to this one first, and then we'll head over here. There's also a vendor in a cage, so we'll check that out. Oh, he's in engineering supplies. Can at least vendor our junk.
Greetings.
There we go. The Scarlet Belt, we actually already have we have a Scarlet Belt. This is Crusader Belt. Crusader Belt not as good as Scarlet Belt. So let's sell that one. What else can we do? Can sell the Sweet Nectar. We don't need it. I think we could sell the Cobalt Crusher. You guys ever like hesitate to sell like a blue weapon that you've had for a long time? Like part of me wants to put it in the bank and just like have it, like to retire the weapon. Part of me knows that it's 1 gold to sell it, and I should probably just sell it. But yeah, that's a tough one. This weapon served us well. Yeah, we can't pass it on. We can't really do anything with it. I'm gonna sell it. It's a tough one, but we need the space.
You have a great day now.
That's about all we can do. Well, no rare spawn over here either, but we do have Mithril and Iron. Alright, last cave to check is all the way down here to the south. We gotta make sure that we gotta head this way. If we head this way, we'll be fighting elites. I think we can go around this way and avoid the elites. We'll see if that works out. Achievemo, I appreciate the heads up, man. You have no obligations, man. Be here when you can be here, and like definitely always prioritize real life stuff. I appreciate every time you're here. But yeah, it's definitely... Valen told you to mod, and you can just be here when you want, man. And I appreciate it. We got issues. we got potential issues. What do we got back here? We've got an undead. I did not find... This is not the rare. This is a named guy. He's named, but he's not a rare spawn, so I don't think that's what I was looking for. I don't really want to throw down with both of these guys at once. Like, that's not really what I'm looking... They don't really seem like they want to fight either. Like, if I throw down on the Warlock, the Druid's gonna heal him up. I could ignore the Voidwalker. It's tempting. It's tempting. But I just feel like I'm probably gonna get double teamed. Alright, we're going. Let's just see if we can finish this guy off really quick. He got us with the fear. Alright, we got him. Now we gotta get out of here before the druid comes for us. Just wave. I mean, I kinda waved. In a certain way. Alright, now we go back for the druid. He went into the cave, I thought. He's not in there now. And I don't see any rare spawns. Okay, well, with that little bit of excitement done, I think we can get our way out of here. Can I go this way and just kind of jump down the mountainside? Maybe. Imagine what they would do in my place. I mean, we were about the same level. They clearly didn't want to fight. Like, they didn't want to fight because there were two of them. And if they wanted a fight, or they felt even remotely confident in winning a fight, then they would have attacked me. Once I saw their unwillingness to attack me, that's when I know that they're not confident in their ability to win the fight. And that's when I know that, like, I should just engage and see what happens. Because I'm not, like, really great at PvP, but I'm very willing. I'm very willing to PvP. They were green, but, like, we've killed people that were red. Like, I killed a guy who was like 8 or 9 levels above me. So, like, just because they're green, it doesn't matter. And there were 2 of them. So, like, 2 people who are level 34 could definitely overpower a guy who's 37. Because I solo killed a guy that was like 9 levels above me. So, it's like, I guess the scaling is not exactly what you would expect always. Yeah, killing. My rule is that if someone is 10 levels below me, I'm not going to attack them. So if they're gray, I'm not going to attack them. But if they're green, that means that I'm like orange to them, and that's fine. I'm going to fight that person, especially when there are 2 of them. I don't feel bad. Yeah, that's well within the range of an honorable kill. Especially against a warlock that he could have dotted me up, he could have tried to keep me feared. His pet is kind of worthless, so like that part sucks. But yeah, it was an honorable kill. A lot of people end up playing on PvP servers because they end up being the most populated realms. Like a PvP server is always going to be the highest population for, like, you know, either version of the game. It's true in Cataclysm, it's true in Era. So a lot of people end up on PvP realms because they want to play where the players are at. And I've realized that a lot of people that play on PvP realms, firstly, they don't really want to world PvP very much. Secondly, a lot of them are not very good at it. Because, yeah, they just play here because of the high population. It's what brought me here. I came here because of the high population. And I figured, like, well, we'll give PvP a try. I've never leveled on a PvP server, so it's a newer experience. But yeah, a lot of people just want to level up. I enjoy fighting with the other faction when the opportunity arises. It spices up the gameplay quite a bit. It also just kind of like, it changes the vibe of leveling.
What can I do for you? You need something? Have a good one. For the Alliance.
This one is the Elite quest. Yeah, we're gonna wait on that. When we're like level 45, we can come back and solo this. And that'll be like pretty good XP, getting all the kill XP for it ourselves. So we'll hang on to that one.
What can I do for you? For the Alliance. Be careful.
And with that, I feel like we're done here for now. Yeah, there's really nothing else here for us to do until later. Let's see. If I want to come over into the Arathi Highlands, we could do worth its weight in gold. 10 Witherbark Tusk, 4 medicine pouches, and a Shadow Hunter knife. We could do that one since we're right nearby. And then we also have Shards of Mizrael, and we have Lesser Bloodstone ore to get from this cave. This quest happens in this cave. So potentially we could tackle this stuff. That'll be some of the last quests that we have in the Highlands. Also, there's a little escort quest if we want to take this breadcrumb.
Go with honor, friend.
I believe that gives us a little escort quest to do with a druid lady near one of the farms. So yeah, I'm going to put us on a flight out to Refuge Point.
Need help?
And I'm going to take a minute to go bio. I will be right back.
Go with honor.
Alright, we're back. When will the New World video be up? Sometime today, I hope. As a matter of fact, let me see. It's almost done publishing. Once it's done publishing, I'll be able to upload it to YouTube. That will take like an hour or so. I'm hoping to put it up this evening. If it gets too late, I might hold on to it for tomorrow. The algorithm does not treat my content like super kindly if I drop it too late in the evening. Like, especially if I do it after a stream. So, depending on how long it takes YouTube to ingest it, maybe this evening, but maybe tomorrow morning. We'll see. Yeah, for those who don't know, I'm checking out the New World Aeternum open beta.
Need help? Light bless you.
Essentially, it seems like they're just relaunching New World under a different name with some minor, so far what I would call minor changes. But I'm only like an hour and a half in. So potentially there are bigger changes that I haven't seen yet, but so far it's just minor changes. So, yeah. You can swim now, at least. Is that one of the changes they put into New World? You can swim now. I didn't notice. I walked across some ankle-deep water, but it wasn't like incredibly deep. Everything seems very similar. For some reason, I thought the revamp was going to be much more extensive. I kind of knew that most of the lore and a lot of the story was going to be similar, but I just didn't realize like the gameplay is basically the same. Like not really anything so far that I've seen has changed. It all seems like it's polished up really nice for what it is. But I'm really curious to see how like longtime New World players are going to react to the launch of this game and having to like buy it again when it's almost the same game. I don't know if there's enough to distinguish it from the original to warrant selling it to people again as a different product. That's the weird part. Like they seem to have made a couple new cutscenes. Like they got some really nice like cutscenes in the intro part of the game. The intro quest line is basically the same, but with a couple of different NPCs that I don't remember from the original, but ultimately like the same plot points are being expressed in the same ways. You're kind of doing the same things that you did, but some of the quest givers are different. But I don't see like a huge difference. If you own the game and the expansion, you get it for free. Oh, okay. Well, that would make sense. See, I own the base game, the original game, but I did not buy the New World expansion. So if I decide I like New World Aeternum enough to keep playing it, I'm going to have to buy the game again. Which, since it very much seems to be the exact same game, with a lot of polish, it feels like basically the game that should have launched when New World launched. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's finally made its way towards like being the complete version of itself. Like whatever it is, it now feels like a complete game. But I don't know if that's gonna make me want to purchase it again. So we'll see. See, I hadn't heard that. I heard that if you owned the original and the expansion, they were giving you a free mount in the new game. But from what I understood, New World Aeternum is a new and different game, and everyone's going to have to purchase it if they want to play it. But I heard people who own the original and the expansion, you get like a couple of the mounts that you earned. You get to have those. So I'll have to look into it and see. I feel like it's a tough proposition to ask players who maybe have spent like 1,000 hours in the original game to then, firstly, to lose all that progress but then to also buy the game again. It just seems like that's like a tough ask. Maybe that's not what they're asking, but it seems like it is. The cool thing is they seem to have optimized it much more to be played on consoles. That's like, it seems like maybe that's the biggest change. The game can now be played on consoles. And it's on Game Pass, or it's going to be on Game Pass. At least the open beta is on Game Pass. I guess I don't know if they're going to offer the actual game on Game Pass or not when it's on full release. But you can check out the open beta on Game Pass, which is cool. But yeah, I'm going to play more of the open beta over the weekend. I'm going to record some more videos of it. And I'm going to see, like, I don't know if it's a game that I'll play on full release or not. It really depends on, like, if the story and the lore hook me. Because that was one of the things I did like about New World originally. I thought it had a unique setting. I liked the setting. I liked some of the lore that they set up. I liked the mystery of not really knowing what was going on and, like, finding out tidbits about the history of the world here and there. So I kind of like what they're doing with it. If it seems good, then maybe I would play it on full release to see the whole story. But yeah, it's really going to depend on if, like, the story is good. Because the gameplay is okay. But the gameplay is much the same that I remember. There we go. Sorry about that. Well, there we go. I have the video uploading now. So yeah, that video is going to upload, and I'll either put it live tomorrow or tonight for those of you interested in checking out what the new World Aeternum beta has to offer. Keep an eye out for that video to drop either later on tonight or tomorrow morning. If it's tomorrow, it would be around 7 a.m. Eastern time, yeah. I typically drop stuff in the morning pretty early. I might toss it out there tonight. It depends. If YouTube eats it within the next hour, like if it devours the video within the next hour, then I'll probably put it live tonight. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to, like, buffer into HD, and if it does that, I'll hang on to it till tomorrow morning. Mr. Santa, thanks for popping in and saying hi, man. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well with the flooding that you guys had the other day. When it comes to my PC, is there anything that I'm saving up for? Not right now, really. No, I built this PC right around the time Wrath of the Lich King Classic came out. So it's been a few years. I still can't afford a 4090, so like until I can afford a 4090, like that would be my next upgrade for I'm on a 3060 right now. So like a 4090 is like really the only place I would go next. But it's like $1,700. I can't spend $1,700 on a graphics card. That just hurts my soul. Especially when the majority of what I do is play classic WoW. It's hard to justify the upgrade. Like, granted, there are other games that I could play on the PC that would require a little bit more power, but yeah, like super hard to justify. The only reason I was able to justify building this PC was that my other PC was basically dying. Like, the power supply had already died. The motherboard and processor were 12 years old, and I had an RTX 2060 in it. The 2060 was like the newest piece of equipment in that PC. So the only reason I was able to build this one is because like the old one was not, I didn't think it was going to live. Yeah, you can watch in 1440 thanks to YouTube. Yeah. On Twitch, they just don't have a 1440 option. So luckily I'm able to output in a high bitrate, and I'm able to output it in 1440. But yeah, that's thanks to YouTube. No, I think right now, unless something like very substantial were to change in the future, I am going to be on this equipment until something significant happens. Unless like prices on graphics cards come way down, or like a new generation of card comes out, like I'm probably going to be on the 3060 for a minute. A bigger monitor would be nice. If I had bigger monitors, I would need a bigger desk. I would need a big boy desk to even fit bigger monitors. Because the thing about like monitors is like I run with 2 monitors and they have to be the same monitor. I can't have one big monitor and one little monitor. I can't have 2 monitors that are different brands. Like I have 2 monitors, they're the exact same, and that's like really my criteria for monitors. So if I buy like a 32-inch, then I have to buy 2 of them, and at that point I am going to need another desk because this desk is not going to hold monitors of that size. I saw that World of Warcraft did a collaboration with some company, and they made they have an MMO mouse, they have over-the-ear headphones, and something else. And those looked pretty cool. The MMO mouse looked pretty neat, but I also think that they're quite expensive. Probably much more than I paid for my G600 mouse, which I only paid like 38 bucks for it originally. Pretty sure the WoW MMO mouse is like 70 or 80 bucks. And I forget what company they collabed with to make it. Well, we have all the tusk we need. We need medicine pouches, and we also need a Shadow Hunter knife. The Shadow Hunter knife, we can only find the Shadow Hunters in a specific cave, so we should probably head towards the cave. At least see if I can find the entrance. That's the cave right back there. Level 80 WoW Mage. I'm glad you're digging the content. Thanks for checking out the streams. Oh man, they put Curse of Weakness on us. Physical damage done reduced by 15 for 2 minutes. That is rough. That's not what we want. What is that? Pattern, comfortable leather hat. It's a blue pattern, requires leatherworking 200. 11 stamina, 10 spirit leather helmet. Like, I guess I'll sell this on the auction house. I can't imagine it's incredibly valuable because the item it makes is not super great. Stamina, spirit, leather hat, like, nobody wants that, really. I'm not really sure why the pattern is blue and not green. That's a little bit weird. Is Johnny a leatherworker? He might be. I'm not sure. I'll hang on to it and ask him. Not sure if he's still hanging out. And now we have Wither Touch. Stamina reduced by 17, Spirit reduced by 17. Oh man. These guys are stacking the hurt on us. How's the mace feel damage-wise? It feels okay. It doesn't feel too much better than the mace we previously had. It doesn't feel too much better. I think because, like, with the old mace, we were occasionally proccing, like, bonus frost damage. And this mace has no bonus proc. So the base damage is better, so we're dealing more consistent damage. But overall, it almost feels very much the same. I think we won't see, like, a huge change until we equip the epic sword at level 39. I still feel like it was worth the gold because it is an increase in damage, but it hasn't been incredibly noticeable. we are looking for one more medicine pouch. There's a 408 crit. I think 408 might be the biggest crit that we've seen yet. And there we go, that quest is done. We got some mithril at the bottom of the lake here, let's go investigate that. I wonder if these spiders can drop the white spider meat we need. I would love to make some of this buff food. 12 stamina and spirit for 15 minutes. I feel, is that better than what we have? Yeah, we have 8 stamina, 8 stamina. This would be better buff food if we can make it. He did not drop meat. Let's kill a couple of them just to check. Not that we have any inventory space for the meat they might drop. That's a real thing. Well, if they do drop it, it's not a very common drop. We killed, what, 4 or 5 of them? And none of them dropped it? I mean, I can kill a few more. But it's possible they just don't drop the item. Yeah, I don't think they drop it. I'm not sure, like, what kind of spiders are we looking for? It's white spider meat. I'm assuming we're not looking for white spiders. That doesn't really make sense. Maybe we're looking for spiders that don't have fur. Maybe we're looking for, like, the spindly type of spiders, you know? It's really all I can think of. Yeah, these guys don't have it. They got lots of other spider parts, but they don't have spider meat. They don't have white spider meat. So that's sad. I wouldn't have minded farming them here because we can also get the raptor meat. We could farm raptor meat and spider meat if they would just drop the item. Level 38 plus. Oh, okay. So we're not there yet. That makes sense. I mean, our cooking is quite advanced. We have our cooking at 222, which I think that's the highest that I've ever leveled cooking in Classic Era. Except maybe Season of Mastery? I can't remember if I did cooking in Season of Mastery or not. I did alchemy and herbalism to max. I don't think I did cooking. So yeah, I think this is as high as I've ever gotten cooking.
Greetings. Be careful. Light bless you. Go with honor, friend.
Alright, guys, we have more that I want to do here. I want to do these quests over this way, but I am actually all out of time for today. It is 5 o'clock my time, so I do have to be going. I'm going to put myself on a flight to Stormwind, so I can tie up some loose ends later on. And I will be back probably for a little bit tomorrow. I don't really know what time of day it'll be. It'll depend on like what plans we have with the family. But yeah, I do plan... Let's go to Ironforge instead. I do plan to be on tomorrow. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your afternoon or evening. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you back in Azeroth very soon. Bye for now.